Hey everybody, welcome back to Chad's Trains and Things, and back here messing with the little switching layout again. And come here to the back, you can see the plugs are in. Both modules are wired for power for plug-in. In our club layout, we have wire steps, so you just plug in and go back to the power. So that's done. I'm getting ready to clean this whole mess up now because we got it all wired. Coming through here, and here they are. Let's see if I can get kind of going into the back, the plugs, it's all here. You're gonna tie strap stuff up and clean all this wiring mess up under both of them. One thing we did is we had a short. I couldn't figure out why. Well, me being me, this track here, I got wired up backwards. And so instead of taking this whole thing apart, I just did the easy thing and cut the wires and spliced them back in. So I'm gonna solder these and take care of them, take care of it all, and it all worked perfect once we did that. So get to work on cleaning all this up, and I'll check in with you in a few. So this is what I've done underneath. Well, I've actually used little tie straps. I got a bunch of the little tiny wire wraps, tie straps, whatever we're gonna call them, and kind of coiled up. And they're all tie strapped together, tie strapped. Then I just used good old duct tape, hold everything down. I did solder the wires together that need to be wired, took care of them. Left plenty of, there's slack, so nothing's pulled super tight here, which is what I wanted. I didn't want nothing tight where I could pull a wire out. Oops. So, yeah, and it's just duct tape, so it's easy to pull it off. And I may just stay with that if it looks like it's going to hold, because it'll be easy to remove if for some reason we need to rewire something or wire breaks. But, yeah, so I'm going to actually work on, I got to clean the other side up. Then I'm going to start soldering the rail joiners. So I'll be back with you soon. Okay, I've got basically one side of the track facing me soldered where I went to, so I'll flip the layout around so I can solder the other side without reaching over. But I've talked about in other videos, the number 6s, switch tracks for Kato, there's no way to set power routing. So if you got it set for straight through, it don't send power to this, which is not a problem because it's got power. But the problem is if it's set to go up through here, then you don't have power going straight through on this track. So you essentially, if you got this one thrown and on the other yard one thrown, from here to the other switch wouldn't have power. Now, that's not an issue because I got the power jumpers too in here, but if we're not plugged into these modules, to this module or the other module on it all, it'd kill the power if we threw the switch coming through here. So what I'm doing is I'm putting jumpers. I'll put one here, and you can see the holes here. I got to do it on both layouts, and I'll solder these wires to it. What it'll do, it'll make sure that power gets through the switch. So that's what I'm doing now. Okay, so you can see wire here, wire here, wire there, wire there. All the rail joiners got touch solder on them. It's cleaned up. I have no issues running cars through. Wasn't getting no bumps. So I think everything's good to go on this one. So now what I'm gonna do is all the holes, like here and the hole there, and anywhere like where wires are coming through where I can kind of see maybe places I'll have trouble ballasting, I'm gonna get them filled in with some patching plaster probably that I like using. And then I will do the exact same thing on the other 3-foot module that I just did on this one. This one is actually, once I get that on, it dries, ready to start painting the track. So I'll check back in with you when I start that. Okay, I'm gonna take a little break from working on that. I'm gonna work on this little module, this little filler module. One, I gotta get track back on it because this is a filler module for us. Then I'm gonna work on all this. I'll make this scenery look better. I'm also, mind me zipping through, all this on this module's gotta come off because this goes on the switching layout. So I'm gonna work on getting that off too. So actually, I'm probably gonna start working on that first, and then work on the little, no, I'll put the track down and I'll come back to that. So I'll check back in with you soon. Okay, this little 1-footer is cleared of everything but the track. Like I said, now I'm gonna decide if I wanna keep it for a filler since the track and everything's good on it still. Just come up with something different. Or just take the trash off, throw it away, because it is an old, kind of done weird, not a full box. It's a lot skinnier than the ones we're used to. And we are gonna have that 1-footer I'm gonna mess with as a filler with them old plastic ones, but I'm gonna set this off to the side for now and come back to it sometime or another. track is in place, lined up right. I got some glue, just tacking it down and a couple nails right now. So now, let's see what I can do with this module to make it look a little bit better. I don't know what I'm going to be able to do, but I'm definitely going to get rid of this mess. Probably do the road up a little better in there. Of course, ballast it all. Solder the rail joiners will happen. I'm going to do all the scenery and all that. And I'll solder and weather this at a later time. But yeah, we'll get to work on it and I'll check in with you. Okay, quick update. I started messing with this, and as you can see, I got to mess with this more. It was the white bead foam. I started cutting to try to shape it. I hate that foam, so I just ripped it all off. If I do anything, I'll put pink foam on. But I do got this all cleaned up. Scenery on the front up here. Some weeds growing, if I can get a focus in. Some bushes in there. I like the way that's looking so far. Of course, ballast all needs to be cleaned a little better. Once it all dries, it's all wet. Now I'm not sure if I'm going to put a hill back up or if I'll just leave it all flat and then put some trees down or something and all that. So that's what I have to decide. So I'll check back in with you when I figure out what I'm doing. But yeah. Looks weedy. Okay, here's what I came up with so far. Bushed it. I kind of scenic different ways back there. New road coming up to the shop. I'm probably going to put a bunch of trees, put some trees on either side, do some decorating once it all dries. It's all down with glue right now, so I'm going to have to wait for it to dry before I do more scenery on it all. But, yeah. See, kind of got some white foam I couldn't get off. So I'm going to like bush over that. That's all going to disappear. I'm not worried about it. I did park a white car there for now. I don't know if that'll stay or not. But yeah, by leaving that little bit of foam, nothing's flat either. It's kind of a little bumpy and hilly. I kind of like the look of it. Got some grass grew up here. But yeah, that's the start of this little 1-foot module. Just making it for a filler module, making it look a lot better. And at that, I think I'm going to end this video. I'm going to go back out and start painting and weathering track on the switching layout, which will be where I'll pick the next one up. And we'll run from there on that layout since I now got 2 buildings ready to go on it. And it's all wired up so I can actually start putting buildings and scenery on it. So as always, if you haven't, I'd love for you to subscribe to my channel. Crush that like button to help me hit more viewers. Comment down below. I love hearing from you. And I'll see you next time on Chad's Trains and Things.